I'm honored for this particular spot. This is a recognition of an award winner. It's in the memory of Bob Pearson, former Chairman Emeritus of Pearson Partners International and co-founder. It's actually a decade ago that he received the Lifetime Achievement Award. So before lunch, we're going to celebrate a life well lived. Today, I'd like to recognize him and his passing as one of those few people that receive AESC's Lifetime Achievement Award. This is the most important of all of our awards. It is the capstone award for the profession, honoring significant career-long achievement while recognizing the highest standards of work. Winners of this award have had long and distinguished careers and have served as icons in the profession. So it's a pretty serious award. Bob Pearson was just such a man. Now, I started in 2014, and he received this award in 2013. I wasn't here for that because of that, but Bob was honored with this award for his significant contributions over 3 decades to the growth and evolution of the executive search profession. And yes, he made a fine contribution to Pearson Partners, but it was more than that, because this award isn't just, have you done a good job with your firm? It is, have you done more? Have you elevated our profession, one that we all take such great pride in? Because it's one thing to build a great firm and lead it. It's another to be generous of spirit and think about the profession more broadly. So I'm proud to honor him today and to recognize Pearson Partners and their longtime commitment to AESC and the profession as well. Keith, I'd like you to join me at the podium and help us see your father in your eyes, as many of us didn't know him. And let me also give you this in recognition for the entire firm.
That's wonderful.
So thank you.
Thank you. So Jill, Renee, you want to come up here? So I don't know if we have pictures. So we truly are what's standing between you and lunch, so we'll be brief. And Eileen, I made comments yesterday with a number of people. Where did you go? That was the best biff yesterday. I think it's really the best one that we've been to, so job well done. So for those of you who didn't know my dad, he was a man of few words and had a few jokes that he would tell occasionally, but one of his favorite was about 5 minutes into a presentation, he'd say, "Get the hook." So let's honor him and make this quick. Pearson Partners International, for those of you who don't know, we're a Texas-based retained executive search firm. We're members of IIC, proud members of IIC, and that gives us 40 total offices and 250 professionals around the world. With me today is my sister Jill, and Renee Arrington, who's my business partner and our chief operating officer of the firm. So there aren't many contemporaries left of my dad, so I'll give you a very quick, brief bio because he didn't talk about himself when he received the award in 2013. He was born in Cicero in Illinois, outside of Chicago. He was the first to go to college in his family. He was very proud of that. He earned a Bachelor's of Science degree, magna cum laude in electrical engineering from Michigan State on a ROTC scholarship, National Honor Society, Tau Beta Kappa, Blue Keys Honor Society, Phi Beta Kappa, and was president of his fraternity while he was there. He went on to earn a Master's of Science degree, magna cum laude, industrial management from MIT. He was awarded the NASA Fellowship while at MIT and worked in the MIT Instrumentation Lab, which is now Draper Laboratories, and helped design the navigation, control, and guidance system for the Apollo 11 program. But it wasn't all about the books for Bob. He was also a member of the a cappella group, the MIT Logarithms. So if you can picture that guy at 6'6", getting up and doing his little thing. But he always said his greatest achievement at MIT was meeting the love of his life, Norma Dale, at Brandeis University on a blind date. His early career was with RCA Missile and Surface Radar Division, which became NORAD, McKinsey & Company, and he co-founded a small financial services firm that was merged into what became Raymond James & Associates. After a stint in Wisconsin with his family, operating his own manufacturing firm, a fortuitous encounter with an old friend, Russell Reynolds, at an airport started his career in executive search. He was looking for a job. Russell Reynolds was opening an office in Dallas. There you go. So he was executive director at Russell Reynolds, and then later, after acquiring the firm from Bob LaMaley and rebranding LAI, was chairman and CEO of LA Worldwide, which was at the time the third largest executive search firm and the first to go public. So he navigated LAI through that IPO, and then a number of acquisitions, secondary offering, and then ultimately the sale of the firm to TMP Worldwide, which is the parent of Monster.com. In a strange confluence of events, after avoiding each other for about a decade, that acquisition brought me, my dad, and my sister together in the same company. Jill was a global VP of sales for Monster.com. I was working for a firm that was bought 6 months before that called TASA, and we all showed up to work in the same office, which was interesting. So we all left very quickly and did our own things. In 2013, Bob was thrilled to be honored with the AESC's Lifetime Achievement Award, and very humbled, because to be recognized by your peers for the contribution you made when you were still in the industry was significant to him. He was always very proud of his partnership with the AESC. They were very helpful during the IPO process in building the prospectus and working with the investment bankers in providing the data at the time for an industry that wasn't well researched and published about market valuation and trends and forecasts. He felt the AESC membership was a stamp of approval. If you weren't an AESC member, you weren't real. And he believed that, to the point that the first thing we did when we founded our firm was join the AESC. And we too have looked at, through as the organization has changed, and we've questioned our own membership. And it always comes back to, if I hear of a firm and I go out to look at their website and they're not an AESC member, then they're not real. And so that's something I carry over from my dad. Bob was very proud to be the first in his family to attend college. And for those of you who are interested, we have set up Michigan State University has set up a scholarship fund for first to go to college engineering students. And so I can provide you with that bit.ly link, but it's basically RLP-MSU after a bit.ly domain. So as I said, get the hook. I want to keep it brief, but I know my sister would like to say something about her dad as well. So please, Jill, if you want to go first, Renee?
Doesn't matter.
Jill?
Go ahead.
Great. Well, thank you again. It's a tremendous honor, and it's a monumental task to sum up an entire lifetime of achievements in a few short sentences, and Keith, I think, did a great job. So I will simply say thank you. It's a tremendous honor, especially to have bestowed upon our dad twice by the industry that, you know, he so valued and dedicated his career to for nearly 40 years, actually a little bit over 40 years. He started in 1981, as Keith said, with his friend Russell Reynolds. It means so much to our firm and to our family, who have both been so closely intertwined and interwoven for over 2 decades now, and even prior to that with other search firms that Dad was involved in. So with that, as Dad would have done, I'll keep it short and do the Elvis and just say thank you very much. And I just know that he's looking down on us and he's just so proud. So thank you.
All right, and I will bring it home and keep it brief. I've given a lot of thought to how you sum up Bob Pearson in 5 adjectives. So here we go. Intelligent. Look at those blue eyes. You can just see it. Intense, interesting, interested, and innovative. And even though all those words start with I, Bob was about we and us, all of us, at a time in our profession when it was evolving to become more diverse. Bob led the way. He was right out front on all those initiatives we've heard about this morning. It was part of who he was. His daring, to use a word from our presentation this morning, his daring leadership was felt across our industry broadly. I mean, LeMailey went public in 98. Korn and Heydrich followed in 99. Bob did a secondary offering in 2000. He sold the firm in spring of 2001, which is how he earned the nickname Lucky Bob, if you can think of what was happening in business in 2001. So his leadership was felt broadly across our industry. It has been felt significantly within our firm, Pearson Partners International, measurably with our clients and our candidates, and speaking in my voice significantly to me and my professional career. It is such an honor to lead this firm with Keith that is named in Bob's honor. And we're delighted, Karen, thank you again to the AESC for recognizing him in Memoriam. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Good job.